You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1387 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Everything you need to know, 40 minutes or less. But if you need more, go to patreon.com/hardfactor. Today, we have a woman in a trash truck, not driving it, discovered in meth at a Dairy Queen, fools in schools with stolen valor, and I've got maybe the biggest butt we have ever looked at on an episode of Hard Factor News. So,
whoa,
yeah. Big show.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Which one of these is not
proof?
news?
Ooh, is that Baby Rexa?
It's Baby Rexa. Would you say her ass is hail proof?
Yeah, I'd say so. Bounce right off.
Give me that baby erection.
I don't have a car.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't have a garage or a carport, but I'm just gonna hide under Baby Rex's cheeks real quick. Weather the storm.
It's an effective shelter when in need.
I'm just gonna anchor myself to her behind.
Yeah.
Tie a rope around my waist and then drive a spike right up her rear end, and I'm not going nowhere.
Exactly. Gonna settle in for the long haul.
Yeah.
Hey-o. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Let's go.
Tuesday. Pat, you're going first, right?
Yeah, I'm living in a nightmare over here, so let's just get after it. So I think someone hacked me. I'm like 99% sure. It's pretty mad about.
Got hacked?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I have my cybersecurity walls up pretty good, and some funky things been happening with my shit as of late. So,
Me too.
not happy about
Me
it,
too, bro. I got Venmo hacked.
Oh,
yeah, did you?
Yeah, no one got any money, but I had to like remove all my bank accounts today from Venmo. So now I'm like West. Like I can't really use Venmo until
Get that password manager.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they crack those fucking reused passwords like eggs.
It's bad. It's bad. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's just jump right into it, should we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Manchester, New Hampshire, it's a greater Boston area, right? That's in the metro area, so to speak. That whole New England thing, it's all one metro area, right? And there's a trash truck driver. It's snowy AF up there, and he's cruising, driving down the road, and he looks into a camera. There's a camera inside the trash truck belly. I didn't know this. It's probably like mostly called the mafia camera, I would guess, right?
Right. It's so you don't squish bodies or animals or stuff. Yes.
Remember that
Kid in Florida was saved that way because he was hiding in the trash can, and the guy happened to be looking at the camera, and he saw the kid fall into the fucking garbage truck. Otherwise, he would have been dead.
Right.
Yeah, I remember this. That's crazy.
That's why.
How often are you checking that camera if you're a trash truck driver? You think?
Probably not often enough.
Never.
You probably freak yourself out when you hear like bone crunching noise, and you're like, "Oh, thank God." You probably.
Do you think you
Hear-
could hear
hear
a
a
bone
large
crunching noise?
thud. Hear a large thud, you might check it.
Yeah.
Right.
I bet you couldn't hear a bone crunching noise like you can't hear a fart on an airplane. is
You don't
my
think
guess.
so?
No, you
Alright.
could.
No way. Trash trucks are allowed AF, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Pat
guys,
just hoisted his son up onto his lap. This is awesome.
yeah, he was not enjoying the baby Bjorn bouncer because the wheels are falling off over here, much like they were in this woman's life who ended up in the belly of this trash can. So the driver's cruising down the road. He looks in the belly. He's like, holy shit, there's a lady back there. And then he checks his compacting counter, and he's like, and I've compacted it 4 times since I picked this lady up.
Oh.
Not good at all, right? This is around 12:30 p.m. on Monday.
Did they have it on the camera? Did they have the gruesome evidence?
No, so the footage has not been released, right? But he saw it. He's compacted 4 times. He immediately pulls over and calls 911 and says, "Ayúdame! There's a lady. I was looking at the mafia cam and I saw a lady back there, and I've already compacted 4 times. Holy shit!"
You got a completely flat woman.
Yeah.
Yes, we got a flat lady back there, bro. And I'm not talking about a middle school. You know what I mean? She's a grown woman.
So she was in a can, and then that's how she got.
She was in a dumpster, Willie. She was in a dumpster. Okay, now here's the thing. immediately, there's not a lot of info in this story other than this lady got compacted. I'm going to get to more of it. But what I do know is I went on Reddit and immediately I saw probably homeless, unhoused. Not the case. This is why it's an interesting story. This is why I'm covering it. She was not homeless, okay? She was not an unhoused woman. Here's some photographs of her being hoisted out. They hoisted her out of the top of the trash truck
Alive?
with a lift. She's alive, boys. She's got some broken bones, okay?
Oh.
She did suffer some serious injuries, but it appears she'll recover, okay?
It's
gonna
badass. She
say-
survived four trash compactions. Let's go.
Right, hell yeah. JW Hughes just threw a $2 tip on the live commenter. Love that. Thank you. Let's go. No, she survived 4 trash compactions. This could be like an unbreakable situation. Mr. Glass, what do you know? Where maybe some evil genius is drugging people he thinks might be unbreakable and then putting them in dumpsters.
Right.
And then to see if they live.
He's got a few options. He's got this lady and the Brazilian guy who partied with a bullet in his brain. He's got a couple.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
A good one. A good contender.
Whoopsies.
I
All
was
right,
gonna
so
ask
check
if
this
she
out,
was
guys.
a prostitute, but then I saw the boots. Unless it's so cold up there, the prostitutes are walking around in those kind of boots.
Oh, you picked up on boots. That's a good call. I didn't even notice that. Let's see what we can glean.
Yeah,
from...
I would think
Oh,
homeless dude
they look like
maybe
running
stay-
shoes.
Maybe stay
Running shoes,
warm,
maybe Wes. Yeah. Do we know the
stay
age?
warm in the
are
dumpster?
they?
Maybe.
The woman's
It's like a combo, maybe
she's
Wes, like a
not
trail
homeless.
running shoe. Yeah.
but she's
Right,
not
yeah.
homeless. That's the thing that makes it interesting. So here's what else is interesting, guys. So the guy pulls over, calls 911, the trash truck driver, and he gets out of the truck. Well, he's waiting on emergency responders. He makes contact to her through a side access panel on the truck where she is fully standing erect, like a man in their middle 30s who looked to Pepe Rex's behind. She's standing up and she's yelling and communicating, talking. So like, that's a great sign in terms of whether she's a candidate for the unbreakable situation, but also whether if she's not, she's just going to live, right? She's standing fully in the trash truck.
Dude,
Or she
yeah.
could have been like that scenario where like she's so compacted that if he moves her at all, she'll just fall apart. Like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's urban myth, where if you like pin someone with a tree and then you move the car.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the lady in Signs, Mel Gibson's
Exactly.
wife in Signs.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, another M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, it's all coming back now. She had a lot of people's trash just getting slammed into her. Hopefully, it wasn't like used
Dude,
condoms.
I really,
just trash.
I hope her mouth was closed.
trash.
You know?
Shit, bro.
Yeah.
Still, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I mean, this is a badass bitch right here, surviving
Right.
4 trash compactions.
So one of the reporters said the woman suffered serious injuries, broken bones, but that's it. And it appears she'll recover. How she ended up in the trash can, those answers are still coming. Okay, there are several dumpsters.
Oh, honey, I'm so glad you're okay, but I'm not going to hug you right now. You son-
That'd have been my first question.
Right.
Oh, you can talk. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Why were you in the trash can, honey?
Right.
She was
So this
hiding
person, here's the quote. I can tell you that she's not an unsheltered individual, right? She's not homeless. But as to why she was in there, we don't know that yet. And we're going to figure it out. I mean, this is just one of those strange stories. These strange stories coming out as of late. We got the Chiefs situation.
Yeah.
We got this situation. There was another weird one that came out recently, right?
I mean, everything's strange, bro.
Every day.
It's like the world. We're in bizarro land. Everything's upside down. Ben Shapiro's like rapping or something.
It's the CERN.
Yeah.
It's the CERN. Ben Shapiro rapping was really bad. All right, guys. This video podcast, this show, is sponsored by Squarespace. What's up? It's brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs if you want to stand out and succeed online. Okay? I don't know if you're managing a growing brand or you're just thinking about setting up a new business. I don't know. But Squarespace is the move. Why?
They know. Yeah, they know.
Well, it's pretty easy, guys. They got tons of features that make it pretty much the easiest situation to build a website. They got the Fluid Engine. What is that? It's a next-gen website design system. Okay? It's never been easier for anyone to unlock unbreakable creativity. And I want to speak about this as a novice web designer, right? I've never learned fully enough to be able to work as a coder, but I've messed around for years and years and years. And I would always hit a situation after 15, 20 hours where I couldn't do what I wanted to do, right? Because there didn't used to exist drag and drop technology.
Dreamweaver.
Right? Dreamweaver even when I was using the Adobe program, I still couldn't do it. But guess what? I can do it with Squarespace, and so can you. And the Fluid Engine, they have an online store that's turnkey. They have templates that are pretty much going to serve any need that you have, right? Whatever it is that you're trying to build. You can host video on the site, which is pretty great. Build an online store, and it's pretty awesome. Anyway, you should get after it. The analytics are great too. So if you want to party with Squarespace, it's pretty simple. All you're going to have to do, and you can do this to get in on our sweet deal available on our podcast only, is go to squarespace.com for a free trial when you're ready to launch. Squarespace.com/HARDFACTOR. Save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. You get your domain there too, which is great. So pretty simple. Yeah. And go to squarespace.com/HARDFACTOR. Save 10% off first purchase.
By a dumpster, trash truck.
Yep.
It's a lot better
Pretty
than
easy.
that. That's a good deal.
It's a great deal, some would say.
Yeah.
Big time.
So Dairy Queen blizzards, they are so damn delicious, right?
I love them. I got a Dairy Queen about 3 minutes drive from my house, and it's been a little dangerous.
Boy, do we love them. People have joked that what do they put crack in these things? You know?
Yeah. I love the milkshakes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? What do they put crack in these things? Why is it so good and addictive? They put crack in it? No. It's just damn good ice cream with your choice of candy. And then they mix it together, and then it gets so thick and sick. They flip it upside down in front of you to show you the ice cream won't fall out, because they have a promise over there. Blizzards are upside down thick. That's their slogan.
Right. They're letting you know, here's why you're getting a spoon, not a straw. Don't even try to drink it out of a straw. It's too thick for that.
It's down thick.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a clogged artery.
You know who else is upside down thick? Is Baby Rexa upside down.
Ooh, yeah. Turn her back. Wow. No, keep her like that for a while. Imagine her hanging from the ceiling.
Flip the photo, and you got a blizzard situation with Baby Rex.
She's not falling out of the cup.
Right. No. Yeah. The time's running out on that hourglass. You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Anyways, DQ has this damn fine ice cream, which is all fine and well, but I bring it up because a group of people were selling actual meth, not crack, out of a Clifton, Texas Dairy Queen, and now at least 10 people have been arrested in a police operation that's been called. What do you think?
Blizzard? Operation Blizzard?
Operation Blizzard.
There you go.
Yeah. Nailed it. And Eric,
the upside down.
Yeah. Can you pull up a picture of Operation Blizzard? The picture that is
Baby Rex,
the suspects.
Nice.
You'll see they're the usual suspects.
No offense to anyone that works at Dairy Queen if you are out there, but generally the people that work at Dairy Queen look like they could be running a meth lab in there at any time.
That's right.
I mean,
I'm gonna get you a picture of these.
Deep service industry people sell drugs. I mean, news flash to anybody that's never worked in the service industry. It's the common thing to be your side gig, especially if you're a delivery driver.
Yeah, but I feel like Dairy Queens are different. Hourly wage jobs a lot of times not as common for drugs to be sold out there. Tip-based jobs, I feel like way more common. I don't know.
But you're still buying drugs in the back of the restaurant when the
100%. Every restaurant, if you want drugs,
swing throue. You know what I mean? Yeah,
go to a restaurant.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, they all look like they, dabble in meth, and so here's the picture of them right there.
God.
Yeah.
The one guy with the bald guy,
the guy in the middle of the bottom.
Yeah. Can you believe it,
dude?
The lowest grossing Dairy Queen in the world.
Someone's got to Photoshop those faces into a high school yearbook setting. That's amazing.
Most likely to deal meth. There was a funny side by side of those 6 people, and then another 6 people, and they arrested 10 people total. So there was 2 duplicates, and one was the lady. They just put her in there twice. So several of the meth dealers.
Were they all employees? Those 6, or they were okay?
Out of the 10,
the guy that looks like a human bag of meth, an employee.
He was the cook. Probably. He was probably the cook. He
probably didn't back a house.
Yeah. They said out of the 10 people that were arrested, several of them worked at the Dairy Queen in Clifton, Texas. And that was one of the main locations they sold meth out of. Their trailers were probably the other locations, right?
Clifton. Where the fuck is Clifton,
Texas is northwest of Waco, Texas. And let me tell you, there's not much
Dallas.
to do. There's not much to do. It's DFW-ish, but it's not quite there. It's there's meth there.
It's Clifton. Yeah.
They have meth and they have one museum that's very small. And that's what you can do in Clifton. Hey, I'll have a medium Oreo Blizzard. And how about you crank that up with some extra cookies? This car runs on rocket fuel, and I'm almost out of gas, if you know what I mean. You know?
Yeah.
Those small towns, meth and Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Hand in hand.
I want a Blizzard that's going to make my teeth chatter if I had teeth.
If I had them, there's 3 more. I'm getting
Go ahead,
geared up
go ahead
to
and
zoom
dust the
around
top
town.
real quick for me. Dust it real good.
That's
Hold on,
right.
my
Hope I
son's
don't
grabbed my
get
mic cable.
I hope I don't get spun out. Oh, no.
Get it.
You know what? Just give me some goddamn meth, Raul. You know?
Right.
Enough of the code.
That's probably what got him busted. Was eventually nobody could
Yeah.
stick to the Dairy Queen menu terms, right, on the lingo, and then
Right.
somebody who's just too spun out came in and just blew up the whole cover.
So they were running these out of the Dairy Queen, or
correct.
like with
Oh, yeah.
like if you rolled up to the drive-through, maybe kind of thing.
Yes.
But dude, the Dairy Queen in a small town is that like it's town hall. It's the cultural meeting place. It's
Yes.
Perfect
of
place to
kids
sell
there.
meth is what
Yeah.
you're saying. Is what you're saying right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'd like an
meth is
adult Blizzard.
a problem in small towns. So go ahead.
Right, Wes.
Yeah.
Great points, fellas. I mean, that's what they were thinking too. And it sounds like lucrative maybe till they got busted, unless they were doing their own supply. Then it was just a party.
Yeah, things got out of hand. I will say this story makes me a little concerned. What's wrong with me? No one ever offers to sell me meth at a drive-through.
You
This
don't
was
look
right
like the
around
kind of
corner.
guy that's buying meth at a drive-through, Mark.
Apparently not. This is right around the corner. I'm 2 hours from Clifton. Do I look like a narc? I'm not saying I want meth, but some Adderall or just the offer would be nice.
Yeah.
To look
They're-
cool enough.
They only have meth though. At that,
I'm cool.
at
That's
that
fine. I
Dairy
want to look cool enough for someone to just offer me illicit drugs, not thinking I'd freak out on them and narc on them, But I
That's
guess
how I
not.
feel about massages and hand jobs. What do
Exactly.
I look like? A square that doesn't want a hand job?
You feel
Right.
slighted if you're not offered these things.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
It's-
That's why I love Montreal. I got offered speed within the first few hours of walking around in broad daylight. It was nice. I passed because the guy had no teeth, probably as a byproduct of a speed addiction, but I was
Right.
flattered.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it's flattering. Yeah.
It was flattered. It was for sure flattered.
Hey, you want to go behind the dumpster and do some speed with me?
Hey,
I guess
I
he's-
really appreciate that.
He's Montreal, so he's like, "Would you want to go behind the dumpster?"
Yeah, exactly. No, he had no accent whatsoever. He was not French.
Oh, not
He
a-
was just
He just
a
ended up
speed
there.
head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows where he was from?
Montreal.
Unplaceable accent on that fellow.
He didn't know where he was.
He was there.
He thought he
They
was in
offered-
France.
Yeah. He's been thinking he's in France for the past.
I have learned this. I have learned this in the party days. Don't necessarily take drugs or buy them off of anybody on the street. That's a dangerous game.
It's a bad
Yeah.
idea.
I
You're
got
gonna get
no
ripped
teeth.
off.
Yeah, I tried that once in Austin. The guy just took our money and went to the homeless camp. I was like,
Anywhere
in
in the
New
world,
Orleans.
internationally, New Orleans. Look, internationally, all over the United States, all
A
over
lot of-
Europe, all over anywhere.
a lot of
it's a dangerous-
semi-vagrant homeless people that offer you drugs on the street just don't even have it. They'll just take your money.
Right.
most
Turns
of
out
the
they
time.
just have a knife.
Just
you
bacon
know,
and powder.
sometimes.
Anyway, they busted up that meth ring in Clifton, Texas. Now there's even less to do in that small town northwest of Waco. Great. Clifton sounds like a boring place to live. You know what else is boring? Back office accounting work.
Yep.
Gross. If you're a freelancer, you probably dread the back office work that comes with it. And with tax season around the corner, you're adding even more to your plate. With Collective, you can focus on growing your business of one while letting their tax experts focus on your accounting and bookkeeping. Thank you, Collective. Collective is the all-in-one financial solution for self-employed entrepreneurs that lets you focus on your passion, not your paperwork. Let Collective handle all of your back office work you dread, like business information, compliance, taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, and even payroll. The best part, it's at a fraction of the cost of a CPA. So
Wow.
suck on that, CPAs. Collective specializes in S Corps, a tax selection that saves its members an average of $10,000 per year. Not too shabby. Not too bad at all. If your business of one is making at least $60,000 profit annually, then you could be missing out on thousands in tax savings every year. The earlier you elect in 2024, the more money you could put back in your pocket. So check out Collective today. And for a limited time, Collective is waiving the onboarding fee when you go to collective.com/hardfactor and tell them Hard Factor sent you. That's $199 value for free when you go to collective.com/hardfactor and tell them Hard Factor sent you. That's collective.com/hardfactor. Tell them Hard Factor sent you.
Who sent you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard Factor. Guys, we all know that the people in our military, our vets, are who have made and who continue to make this country what it is. Whether, without them, we would literally have nothing, right? We would have been plundered and pillaged a long time ago. We would have gone the way of the Indians, quite frankly. So thank you.
They exterminated.
Yeah, we would be exterminated without our military. So thank you to all the men and women who are serving, who have currently serving and who have served.
And special thanks to Native Americans in the U.S. military.
Oh yeah,
I'd just like to thank y'all. We're getting defended by the military, and we did take the Native Americans' land, pretty much by force. It's a big thank you fest here.
They didn't have a military.
Real quick, Sergeant Jerome Rivers of Carrollton, Georgia, and then Kenny Landon Sanders,
those are
Waycross, Georgia, and specialist Brianna Alexandria Moffett of Savannah, Georgia, were the three that were killed.
They released the news.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace to those folks.
Terrible. We also know that many of our vets don't receive the necessary care they deserve upon returning from service. It's a travesty to see all these alcoholic, mentally ill vets with signs on the side of the roads, literally telling you they're vets, begging for help, but nobody cares. It's terrible, right?
How many of those you think are fake, though? Because
I know
every homeless guy's a vet. I don't know.
No, a lot, dude. A lot of.
I know there are a lot.
It's a good sign to have.
I think if I were ever to go homeless, I would probably throw up. I'm a vet.
You'd roll vet.
You're picking up
steal some
camo.
valor if I was homeless. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of them do steal the valor, Mark, for sure.
And I'm totally taking care of this dog too, all the time. This cute dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Real.
But a lot of them probably are veterans too.
Yeah.
Mixed bag.
Many. Yeah. What's also terrible is when someone takes advantage of the aid that is supposed to go to those homeless, drug addicted vets by conning the system. And what makes it even more terrible, if you can believe that, is if that person is a vet themselves. And meet one of those terrible people. This is Christopher Stoltz, a real life George Costanza, who faked being confined to a wheelchair for 20 years in order to defraud the Department of Veteran Affairs, collecting over $660,000 in benefits he should not have received. Okay.
I'll say this. That's a lot of hard work putting up a wheelchair act for 20 years. I think he earned it.
I agree. Off the top of your head, you're upset, but then at the same point, hey, if you're willing to commit for 20 years,
think of all the things he sacrificed.
Look, Gypsy Rose is walking around right now. Okay, think about that.
He got paid like a commercial actor for 20 years by the VA to pretend he was in a wheelchair.
Right.
That's right.
Right. But also his story maybe makes you think maybe the VA should do a little bit more vetting.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times people say that the VA are the ones that are cutting back and not giving the benefits they should.
They are cracking down on these fraudsters, from what I read in the article.
Please do. They sent us a bill yesterday.
Yeah. I know.
They never hit this guy in the knee with that triangle thing.
Dude, that's ridiculous. How is Kate not taken care of by
I know, right?
It's jacked up, bro.
Recent mother. I mean,
this
guy's in a fake wheelchair,
but it's jacked off.
Yeah,
it's jacked off.
It's jacked off.
Totally
jacked off, dude.
Jacked off.
It's everywhere.
It's jacked out
everywhere.
Off the stratosphere.
It's terrible. It's terrible what they do to the vets. And so what this guy did is in early 2003, he walked into a Department of Veteran Affairs office and he claimed that his feet no longer worked. So they were like, "Oh, well, you're 100% disabled. Let's increase those monthly benefits to you." And he was like, "Thank you." So he got himself a wheelchair. They even gave him money to buy and build and adapt his car so he could drive it.
See, and if he went through with all those steps again, just pretty impressive act.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you guys who don't know, when you leave the service, they give you a disability rating, right? And if you're 100% disabled, you can claim, sometimes $60,000-$70,000 a year in income. And you can still work if you can work.
Yeah.
Right. I think it was between $4,000 and $5,000 he was getting a month.
Yeah.
Over 20 years.
You earned it. I mean,
Yeah,
if you're 100%
and
disabled, you absolutely probably should get more than that. But
you should get more. Yeah, absolutely. So he netted about $662,000, and what he would do and how he got found out. He's an elementary school teacher.
I'm so mad because this is why we got a bill, an adjustment on this situation.
Oh yeah,
Those
these
scammers,
fraudsters
yeah.
they steal benefits that should go to people like Kate. Now what he would do is he how he got caught is that he's an idiot. He's a fool that works in schools, and he posted pictures of himself standing in his classroom. Not
Hold
in a
on,
wheelchair,
Wes. Are
on
those
social
adult
media.
braces? Are those adult braces?
I think they might be, Pat. Yeah,
Well, Pat, he's got all medical paid for. So I mean, why would he stop at just?
Yeah, they
at
are.
just
the
wheelchair?
finest
He doesn't need it.
braces, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He's got the brace. He's got the braces that female porn stars get to play younger. But he's a grown man.
Wes, was that him on his knees on the ground?
Yeah, this is him doing a skit.
What?
and he posted on social media, and how he also got found out was in 2021. This moron used a wheelchair to go inside a VA medical center in Boston, and then as soon as he left, he stood up, picked up his wheelchair, put it in his car, and then he drove to a mall and walked around for an hour. And then a year later, he did the exact same thing in a Manchester VA medical center, wheeled himself in. Upon leaving, put the wheelchair in his trunk, and then went to a wall. So he just goes to the most
It's a
walkable
tough act to keep up, and he got too comfortable.
places he can.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
just were like,
Yeah. And so live comment real quick. This is what we're talking about earlier. Bulls Deep Hook says, surprised that the VA thought his injuries were service related. Right. He's going to have to keep up the act like really hard because they won't give coverage to people that deserve it a lot of times.
Was he ever in the service?
yes, yeah, he was in the service. I don't know what
Did he go?
branch.
If he went in 2003, then did he serve in Desert Storm or like that? That was the initial invasion of Iraq.
I think it was Iraq. I think it was Iraq, but I'm not.
Well,
sure.
we invaded Iraq in 2003. Maybe.
2002,
Yeah.
2003, right?
He was in the reserves.
he's definitely a vet, so commendable there. But also he stole a lot of aid that should have gone to other vets. Anyway, they found him out and they were like, "You're a fraud. Thanks for posting all this evidence on your social media of you not using a wheelchair in your classroom." So he got fired. He has to pay back all of the money, which he doesn't have. He pled guilty and he's faces up to 5 years in prison.
He's got 20 grand in his mouth.
Or 18 months in prison. Sorry,
Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, that's more.
part of his plea deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I love
that's,
how the evidence photos are him reading to an elementary school class,
yeah,
which
He's
even
like all
complicated. Or
goofy.
he's dressed up like Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's like a mad scientist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's like, see, I'm a really nice guy. I deserve it.
So
He
But-
tried, but I guess when you try to steal the government's money, it's a huge federal crime. When they steal your money, it's taxes.
I don't like that he took it from other vets that needed it, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, he is a vet. It is a pretty hilarious thing that he got away with for 20 years. I like this better than like the COVID fraud people. I don't know.
right,
It's
Or
more
that
cheap
lady-
than COVID fraud.
it was
I
less
agree.
money.
Yeah.
Who was that lady who said she was like running the VA department and stealing? She stole like so
Yeah, I
much
saw that.
dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she got away with it. They're letting her retire with full benefits because they just want her to not be a story. That's a recent story.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah. She stole millions from the VA.
Yeah, the VA's got some accounting issues. I think that's been pretty well recorded.
Well, he got comfortable. He went in 2003, and then after 10 years of no one looking into his claims, he probably thought he could just, walk around again.
You know, the problem with putting up this wheelchair act for 20 years is when you get older and fatter, you're getting closer to actually being in the wheelchair. If you're sitting down all day and that thing.
Mhm.
Right.
He's
So,
planning to just ride it all the way into wheelchair age.
Yeah. At some point, he's
Mhm.
just going to be in the
He
wheelchair.
wanted to coast all the way through. but
Yeah.
He, just,
Yeah.
he got too cocky.
Sydney smoking. So.
He's making 6 figures with his teacher salary on top
Right,
of his fraud.
Flew too close to the sun by shopping, Wes. That's funny enough. You mentioned that. He's making plenty of money. He goes shopping. That's what got
Cat
me.
talk getting running shoes.
Yeah, he treats himself after he goes and defrauds the VA. So that
Caught
was
him in a
his-
Foot Locker.
A fresh set of kicks.
one more year under my belt. That's all
Yeah.
it takes.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Wes. We moving on to this very
Yeah, let's get-
huge caboose story here.
But, yeah.
We
Yes.
got at the end of the show. All right. Very big news week. I'm going to catch us up. Just a few things we didn't mention. President Biden is teasing his impending Taylor Swift endorsement via the New York Times. I don't know if you guys saw the article. Did you?
No, because I no longer
Didn't see it,
subscribe to
no.
the New York Times.
No.
Okay.
I subscribe to the New York Times.
The morning after the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl, it's on inside Biden's anti-Trump battle plan and where Taylor Swift fits in. So you know what's coming. All right. Election season, T-Swift season. The images are finally back from the Japan moon lander, and they are very embarrassing. It landed upside down.
Looks like the leaning tower. Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't look right.
Yeah, no, it's on its head. So that's the only picture they got was of them fucking it up completely.
They released
Looks
that?
like a blizzard.
Yeah, it's the blizzard. Except
I
they
wouldn't have
failed.
released that.
Except they failed. Yeah, Wes, they shouldn't have because their blizzard broke. Yeah, I was on the floor. It's on the moon now.
Is that
forever.
oil dripping down from it?
Yeah, it was something. It's just moon trash, Wes. That's just
It's just oil coming out of
That
every
lander's staying there forever.
I think it's shadows, but yeah, it's just debris now.
Yeah. Nice.
So that was a big news. Secretary of State Blinken says that the Middle East hasn't been this ripe for war since 1973. That's the latest over there with what's going on over there. U.S. will strike probably maybe while we're taping this. NASA claims they're going to fly a plane over the surface of Mars in the next 6 years, which I don't think will happen, but this is the rendering they say.
Japan's like, good luck.
That's the plan.
Yeah,
plane
what's
over
the many
Mars.
propellers?
It's a lot of propellers that can fail.
Impossible.
Right. Mars has a thin atmosphere. So to fly a drone, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 propellers attached to solar panels.
There's
So
a few Japanese engineers calling bullshit on that right now.
yeah. So expect a fake video AI by then probably to come out of us actually doing it. And then none bigger, no story bigger this week than the huge influential buns of 26-year-old Panamanian influencer and OnlyFans model Gracie Bond. Here she is. So
That's
Yeah,
not
you can
AI.
no,
Oh.
that's her. I mean, it's touched up with Photoshop, but that's her. 100%
She
real.
is dragging a wagon.
She's got
Yep.
a rear on her.
Yeah.
She's a freak.
But Donkadonk is you
Sure
should
didn't
look that
use
up in the dictionary.
Fish Islands down there at her butt.
Yeah.
Looks like a mermaid if mermaids had huge asses.
Yeah. Freakishly big. Many are saying on the internet maybe fake. I mean, can you get it that big without getting implants?
Look at the
A lot of
thighs,
people
though.
are wondering. A lot
She's
of
got
people
like
are wondering.
pat thighs, then a big
That's
old butt.
crazy.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah, she's it's borderline medical. That
It is.
ass.
It's got it.
You know what I
I think it's a
mean?
condition.
She's
Her-
disfigured.
And I'd like
Right.
to
The
play doc-
body may right.
God disfigured her.
No. She's probably like a mutant. She probably has like a DNA mutation where she grows like that.
That's
And
a
it's,
birth defect.
yeah, it's like an hourglass formation. And I mean, she's got
I mean,
Dude, how many
it's-
chairs has she broken?
it's strange. I like to think about how many little people you could fit inside each one of them thighs.
yeah, probably a few. Look at that. One more time just to see at least one,
One
per
little
leg.
person each thigh.
Um,
She
I think
can't.
Live
sit,
internet.
She can't sit in like a movie theater seat or like normal chairs, a dinner
her-
table.
no, she cannot, Mark.
Live
And
internet
that-
comment. Tiller
impressive
says
story.
started and ended with a dump truck story. Oh, nice.
Ow, dirty dog, Tiller. Yeah, you're right. And Mark, hey, when Tiller sees it, he calls it. He was right. And Mark, you called it right too. She cannot fit in normal seats. Okay,
Yeah, no shit.
Gracie Bond cannot
It's
fit
a
in
thing
normal
of
seats.
booty.
It's
no.
a thing of booty.
She needs big seats, guys. Very her trying to get on a commercial airline flight with those buns. I mean,
No.
that'd be tough.
No,
No.
stewardess be trying to pop them.
You'd normally want to sit next to her, but maybe not in that situation because her buns would take up 2 full coach seats, basically.
No,
Oh,
yeah, it's
one
like
on
when
each
you
seat.
sit next to when
Yeah.
someone's next very fat, right, and sometimes their fat will it'll kind of flop over
Retain
the
that.
the armrests. That'll be her rump.
That ass is a whole zone. Boarding.
Area code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit
She's
the
zone
button, you know what I
4.
mean?
It has its own landing gear. All right. So because of that, guys, obviously she can't fit in a normal seat in a movie theater or coach or whatever. She buys first class tickets on airplanes. She can afford it because she's doing pretty good on OnlyFans, I guess. But
You think?
even first class seats.
Yeah, I don't
as
think
they
she can
keep-
fit in first class.
You're right, Wes. As they keep shrinking and planes keep getting cheaper and cheaper and smaller, and the fucking sides are flying off and shit. The first class seats are getting smaller too. So she is demanding larger seats in general on all airlines to accommodate
she needs a couch.
voluptuous curves. Yeah, I mean, Wes, she needs space
love
for her
seat.
curves. Okay.
She's going to bring back
Could-
the Concorde.
She's a love seat.
I mean, it would be very uncomfortable.
She needs a blimp.
But she could sit in a first class if she bought 2 first class seats and it was the ones where the armrest could flip completely up. She'd be sitting right on that seat divider, right with her crack. That'd be she'd be wearing the seats like a thong, essentially.
Oh yeah,
But there are a
but it
few
would fit
guys-
perfectly.
Yeah, right in between. But there are a few guys that let her sit in their laps. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Take one for the team.
Live commenter Justin on X says she looks like a buoy. I think that pretty much sums it up exactly. And the internet is listening to her case, guys. Here she is explaining why she wants bigger seats.
Airlines should have bigger seats. So today I had a flight, and even if I was flying on first class, I couldn't fit on their airplane seat. So this is a petition for all the airlines. So big girls like me can fly. It's not my fault to have an ass this big. Please just make them bigger.
It's not my
Yeah.
fault.
I don't
It
think
looks like her thighs have gigantism.
argue?
Yeah,
Right.
for the people not watching this on YouTube.com or on Spotify, because we have Spotify video. If you're just listening, we
X
appreciate
everywhere.
you too.
Everywhere.
She's up top. If you looked at her from like the stomach up, normal, looks like a 10. Looks like she's maybe like 140 pounds.
You see her driving in a car, she's a 10.
And then her ass is like looks like would be 400 pounds, 500 pounds.
I mean,
if it was
Wes, when some guys see that ass, that pushes her up to a 12. You know, I mean,
Right.
I mean, I don't even feel like even big
waist
ass
is like
guys
20
are
inches.
that's a little too much for them. Maybe
I mean,
wrong.
that's some cushion for
more for us than Wes. Get out of the way.
I guess so.
Oh, you're out. Oh no,
Oh,
he's
no.
out. Oh no. It looks like she's wearing an inflatable inner tube, dog.
Yeah, it's like you said, potentially medical, or it could be implants. Anyways,
because the hula hoop would just get stuck.
no, yeah,
No, she could hula hoop
I
around
mean,
her waist.
But
she
it
might be able to
would
hula hoop
never fall to
indefinitely.
the ground.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
She'd be
I'd
great
like to
at
see
it.
her take a dump, see what that's like.
Oh yeah.
Big, hefty. It drew the comments you would expect, like this one from Scott Walton, 2021. He replies to Clown World. He said, "That thing is bigger than a Biden Ukrainian relief package. That can't be real."
What, they shoot the vaccine in her butt?
That
It was
most of the
approved
comments.
by both the House and the Senate. Okay, Scott.
And so, yeah, I mean, most people are saying she doesn't deserve. Airlines shouldn't accommodate bigger seats because beautiful women like Gracie Bond have big asses. But I, for one, as a big guy, I say bring back bigger seats. Okay, I'm with Gracie Bond. When people were smaller, the seats were bigger, and now as people are massive because the shitty diet we eat, the seats get smaller. Makes no fucking sense. Gracie
No.
Bond, she has an unconventional argument style, but I think she makes some points.
She also obviously can afford first class. Look at our boy Bull's Deep Hook live comment. I always thought OnlyFans was for losers. I think I'm about to become a loser and subscribe to her. Ow, ow.
Yeah, I mean, people see those buns, Wes, and they
Right.
How do you what do you spell
Control.
her name? I'm typing and I'm Googling what is
Gracie.
wrong with Gracie Bond.
And then it's going to come back absolutely nothing. Yeah.
E-B-O-N. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's 'cause
Oh,
perfect.
Bond,
She's
no
amazing.
D. Okay, Gracie Bond. Gracie Bond.
Gracie Bond. Like
Oh,
I think
Gracie
it's like-
Bond.
Yeah, like Gracie
Bond.
Good in French, right? Yeah. Anyways,
Oh
probably
wow.
stage name.
Bon.
Yeah. No, it starts
Yeah.
to get medical at a certain point. This is
Sure. Okay, guys, look it up on your own time. That's the show today. Thank you for listening. If you need more show, go to patreon.com/hardfactor. We have 3 weekly bonus pods that you can enhance your week with as well there. Most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking
her IG's awesome.
yeah, it's the best.